was just a glimpse. It is 5:28 a.m. in the morning, and as all of you know, every subscriber in this channel knows, every time I have an experience, just moments after that experience, I get on the microphone and I tell you exactly what happened, even if it was just a glimpse. It was quite interesting. I was very early this morning thinking about doing it, going somewhere. But I was thinking about going somewhere way different. You know, sometimes I get into these things where I am obsessed with seeing things. I've talked about wanting to go to the edge of the galaxy or different things like that. I had been thinking early this morning about seeing the different planets, Earth, Saturn. I've had this thing about Saturn lately. I don't know what that's all about. But Earth, Saturn, Jupiter, just things in our 3D environment in space. That's what I've been kind of considering. And each time it seems, and I have to say that this is probably my guides that do this, each time, or almost every time, there are times when I get exactly what I want when I focus on it. And then there are times when I just don't. I don't get those things. I go somewhere completely different, somewhere that I wasn't even thinking about going. This time was definitely one of those times. I was just lying down and relaxing. I had put my intentions out there. This is what I wanted to see. And then I just let it come to me. In the background, for those of you who are interested, I had storm sounds on, and just relaxing. Again, I wasn't sure if it was going to happen before I was, this morning, before I would be getting up to go to work, but it took a few moments for me to really relax. And by the way, I just want to say no motion for this one, no different angles, no navigation system. Sometimes I just push through to someplace else, someplace that's really close to this reality. Sometimes I'm just able to go beyond the veil. And there are so many different realities, so many different versions of this universe that are all around us, that are so accessible. They're right there. It's just about finding that in-between place and just going in. It's right there. It's so close. This time was no exception. Suddenly, and I mean, it was just like suddenly, I was standing in a bedroom and I was with a family that I don't think I recognized at all. They were African American, and I remember the father the most. I was looking up to him. I think I must have been one of his kids. Yes, he was African American. His complexion was light brown-ish, and he was balding. I remember that. Balding, but in a way, he seemed very distinguished to me. He may have been in his 40s, maybe 50s, early balding. I don't think he was that young. You know what, to say 40s? No, I wouldn't say 40s. I would definitely say 50s, honestly. He wasn't in his 40s. He was in his 50s. That's what I would estimate, I would say. But we were all young, I think, because I think I had a brother and a sister. I could see them too, and they all kind of looked like him. Now, of course, I wasn't able to see a mirror, so I wasn't able to see what I look like in this particular reality. But I remember I was I was looking at this man, looking up at him, and I was asking him, where is this place? And he kept looking. He was just staring at me like, because I think we were packing. We were getting ready to go somewhere, I think. Right? So it was the family. And I do believe we were in a bedroom. I think I even saw a suitcase. Now, in this bedroom and in this place, I wasn't able to make out a whole lot of detail. But I'm as I'm sitting here and as I'm telling you about this story, I'm beginning to think of different reasons why I wasn't getting replies when I was asking these things. Again, asking, where is this place? What is this place? And him just looking at me and the other family members just looking at me. I'm not sure if they understood what I was saying, or I just don't know. Is it possible that I was putting out those thoughts and I wasn't actually speaking to them? But when I was speaking, they weren't able to hear me for some reason. I'm not sure. Perhaps I was in this reality too young to be heard. Perhaps I was in my own mind putting out those words, but I was at an age where they weren't able to understand what I was saying at that point, or I wasn't able to form words correctly and I just wasn't hearing myself say it. I don't know. I'm just putting out all these different options or things that could have been the case when I was there. I just know that they weren't responding. And at some point, I looked at him and I was like, okay, I'm just going to tell him I'm from another reality. And I've never, been here before. And even though I may be a member of this family, if you can imagine some member of your family, while you're doing whatever you're doing in your house or your apartment or wherever, telling you, oh, by the way, I'm from a different reality. Sometimes I think about these things. I think, what must people think in those realities if I say that? Maybe they think I've suddenly gone crazy or something. I don't know. I don't know how the rules work, and I don't know how really this works, but I had made up my mind in that moment to just tell him, hey, I'm from a different reality, by the way, and I'm just trying to find out where exactly I am. As soon as I opened my mouth to say I'm from a different reality, bam, I opened my eyes. And I was like, oh my goodness, that was quite interesting. So that was my experience. And I have to tell you, before I end this, I was there, but there are times when I have a stronger grasp or when I feel more like I'm in a place than other times. And in this place, I didn't feel like I had a full grip of it. Like I was fully 100% there. There are times like my previous experience when I was in another version of my apartment where I saw those trophies, where I fully felt immersed in that environment. Like I was really, really, really there. This time I felt like I was there, but it was a little foggy, just a little bit, as if I didn't quite have a foothold, and that may have also made a difference in my communication and my ability to be able to connect with the people around me. I'm also curious about where we were going now. I can't help thinking about it. I wonder about that version of me. Where was I going? You know, who knows? Maybe in that reality, we were going to space. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on another journey with me. And until next time, take care.